Hey there guys, welcome back. Alex with you here. I am doing a follow-up video to a video I posted maybe a week or two ago about my nostalgic moment of wanting to recollect some of the space themes from the 1990s, namely Mtron, Blacktron, and Space Police, perhaps Ice Planet. And you guys had a great response. Most of you, I think 99% said do it. A few said no, but I listened to the majority of you, and it wasn't hard to persuade me, honestly. But I went ahead and I did some research, and I was wondering how far this is going to put me back. And a lot of these sets are quite expensive, as you can imagine, especially if you want them in pristine condition. So my approach was to search through my drawers that you see behind the sets here and see if I could actually rebuild or build some of the sets just based on the pieces that I have. And this is the result of that. So you may be thinking, wow, Alex, you were able to put together 8 Lego sets with just pieces that you had. That's an awesome start. Well, yes, it is, mostly. Actually, if I'm honest, this set right here was an actual set that I purchased from Bricklink, so this doesn't really count. But all the rest of them were based off of pieces that I had just sitting in my drawers back here. Now, I would say they're probably about 90% accurate. Some of them are 100%. This thing is 100%. All the parts are actually legit on that, as well as this. You know, it might as well be it's small, as well as this set right here. However, sets like this one have some slight modifications just to make it work correctly. These sets right here, the Pulsar Charger, I think as it's called, back in 1990 came out. It doesn't have quite the right wings on it, but as you can see, I was still able to make it work quite well. It looks just like the real set. If we go over to the biggest challenge was this guy back here. Let me go ahead and pull this guy over. This is the particle ionizer set 6923, and this one was a real challenge. I think this is probably the one I had the hardest time with, but getting this together saved me a lot of money. Now, would I say that looking at this that I own the particle ionizer? I wouldn't say yes I do. I would say that I have recreated a spaceship, an Mtron spaceship that resembles the particle ionizer very closely. Now, it's not horrible. It obviously looks a lot like the actual ship. What happens when I'm putting these together is I find that I have the right elements, but just not the right color. So what happens is I substitute red for black and vice versa. So if you own this set, you'll probably be able to identify some obvious replacements that I've done with this thing. One thing I wasn't able to quite finish was these little wings right here. Didn't have those elements. They're actually the exact same ones as the black ones right here, but they are red. They stick out here, and they finish up the side there, make it look pretty cool. So besides that, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. All right, with that set taken care of, that's the particle ionizer, and I also have the Pulsar Charger. I know this is not 100%, but I'm going to go ahead and count it. Got a couple of those guys just because I have that element there. It helps out a lot. This guy right here is the Mobile Satellite Link Up set from 1991, set 1478, and it is complete as far as parts. Now, obviously, you guys are probably wondering, well, how did you get all the spacemen? Well, I actually have a drawer full of the spacemen from the early 90s, a lot of Ice Planet, Space Police guys, and I had a lot of Mtron and Blacktron in there too, so that really helped me out when I was putting these all together. So there you go. So anyway, there's that guy, and then this guy right here is the Beacon Tracer. This is the set that I did buy from Bricklink, so that is a complete set. I did get the instructions with this guy, so that is a legit set right there. And then this guy is the vector detector, and I was able to get this thing together with elements that I had. I surprised myself. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, there it is. It's not a lot to it, but yeah, it's all right. So that being the case, you guys, I am very close to getting Mtron complete. However, I need the big guys, the big guns. I need the Stellar Recon Voyager spaceship, and I need the Megacore Magnetizer. Those are the big ones, so those will be kind of tough. And I think there's another set, kind of a medium-sized set, called the Celestial Forager, 6896, I believe. So I'm not sure. I don't think I'll be able to put that together because I don't have the wheels for it. So that is Mtron to this point. So let me go ahead and move over to Blacktron. Now with Blacktron, I obviously have most of Blacktron, all their big stuff. You guys have seen it in my previous video that I posted when I got all nostalgic about it. But these are the 3 sets I was able to put together with the elements in the drawers. And it's no surprise, it's some pretty basic pieces that you can find in any Lego collection. This guy here on your left is the Blacktron scooter, number 1887. It does have some replacement pieces. I know the obvious part is these roof pieces there are supposed to be just 1 piece instead of 3 roof pieces there, or sloped pieces, I guess. And of course, this nose piece that's black should be white. But other than that, it looks great. The middle set there is, I don't know, it's a pretty common set in Blacktron. It's the 2 Pilot Craft, amazing name. I want to say this came in like a 2 or 3 pack. Help me out, guys, if that's the case. Maybe it was just sold by itself, but it's set 1479 from 1991, and all of this was completely, I mean, if you look at it here, it looks like, you know, the real thing, but there is some additions I had to do to it because I didn't have that plate that they're sitting on, so didn't have those little pinchers that come out and hold the antenna. So I had to put an extra plate at the bottom to make it all work. But hey, sitting there from this angle, it looks like it's the real deal. Good enough for me, right? The next one was actually quite easy, but it's, what is this thing called? The Grid Trekker, I think 6812 is the set. Yeah, that one probably took me the smallest amount of time to put together. But I even had the right axles for this thing, if you can imagine that. So my guess is I probably had this set from a hand-me-down somewhere along the way, and now it is reunited with its proper elements. So that is the beginning of recollecting the 90s space themes, guys. So that's my start. I'll do more follow-ups with this as I get more sets. Obviously, the big sets I'll have to get. I want to get Space Police 2 as well, so I'll have some sets there. And so yeah, stay tuned for that, guys. Thanks for checking it out, and I will see you very soon. Later.